Hello, hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty. Do it yourself, spiritual awakening for divine in the flesh. Where together we learn how to surf, hack, and navigate the ups and downs of the totality of human experience, creating a new earth beyond the limitations of this perception, managed reality matrix of five senses, having discovered our true divine creative natures in our true sensual sensorial universe of seven senses, composing formless into form outside of the matrix in the true quantum field creation field universe. Before we get started, please do give this video a thumbs up. Please also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that when I upload videos to YouTube will let you know. I generally upload Tuesdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern. My name is Maria West, and I am your hostess of the highest, here to download, upload, inspire, and usher you into your bestest and brightest selves, your bestest and brightest light, and inviting you all to open your hearts wider and wider and wider still. Hello, my darlings, my boobles, my love bugs. Mwah! Welcome to episode 278. And in today's video, I am continuing on with populating my video series playlist of reading the translation, which went from the Russian to the Arabic to the English, of Hacking the Technogenic System by Vadim Zalen, by my good friends Moheel, Jawad, and Teodora, Salvia, who took it upon themselves to take on this task. So I am doing my part in sharing this invaluable information so that it can be integrated into knowledge and further integrated into wisdom. So grab your favorite beverages, my love bugs, sit back and allow me to read to you this time chapter 13, called I'm Hungry and Cold. I often receive messages containing questions like, all my efforts have failed and flopped to find living foods. So where do I find it? Yes, I am cold and hungry, and I feel cold because I am hungry, and I feel hungry because I feel cold. There are no fresh and living plants. I have to search for it under the snow. Well, let's go back to the topic of searching for food. If you really do not know what to eat in the winter, then it is still too early for you to switch to 100% of living food. While you are still out of the question, you should therefore pay more attention to living food and everything associated with it. There's a lot of information on the internet and above libraries, and it was developed by people who have accumulated useful experience in this field. I do not recommend that you take everything that is said about nutrition from television, especially what is announced about living food, because these last topics are discussed by people who do not have experience in that field. And remember that the major media means operate in this or that way for the benefit of the major producers and traders. Okay, we all know that one. When the veil is revealed and a harsh truth about food is revealed, ask yourself the following question: who is benefiting from this advertisement, this advert? If you come down to the auditorium, you can then see which entertaining show is being performed on stage. If the producers are the ones who are harmed by the harsh truth, then medicine wins. And if the damage affects the interests of the decorative materials, the classification of the pharmaceutical industry increases. And if at a certain moment they openly attack a certain group of traders, then another team thrives in that trade. And so the matter is done in everything and in various fields. It is a relentless war between major pendulums, and this war is not extinguished. The goal is the consumers, okay? We, the consumers, do not engage in this battle. What is required of you is not to swallow the bait. Don't fall for it and get entrapped, but to watch what is happening from a distance, such as a circus performances, and then realize that what is happening here is just a circus, right? Not my circus, not my monkeys, but you can watch and be sort of entertained, but you don't want to be entertained. You don't want to lose consciousness, okay? If you do not know what this will cost you that you have to eat, or how much it will cost you what they present to you to eat, in the meantime, without overriding any of the rules of dealing with others, authorize for yourself something very similar, the violation of the rule. Now, in the process, it will be appropriate for you to adhere to the following principles. If you are not fully confident that you do not want to eat only living plant foods exclusively and that you can do so, then you should set yourself a program whereby you commit to eating mainly living foods, and allow yourself some exception in the concerned stage. If you have to make an exception, give preference to items that actually contain some nutritional value, and do not eat anything just for eating. Okay? Useful and valuable foods are those that contain high nutritional value and are able to cleanse the body of impurities more. Do not follow the principle of abstinence, but the principle of replacing food with others, and their nutritional value is greater. Finally, do not forget the most important principle, that transition to eating fresh plant foods should be done gradually, little by little by little, and in accordance with the degree of maturity of your idea, and not by force, by straining your will or exerting emotional influences. Hence, this chapter can be summarized with the following points. There is a type of vegetable whose benefits are very many, which is the turnip. I love turnips, by the way, but it is almost forgotten. It contains a large proportion of calcium, iron, and potassium, and is superior to lemon as it contains vitamin C and a lot of phosphorus and magnesium. It works to prevent cancer tumors and has great importance in strengthening the teeth and skeleton, as well as cleansing and protecting the digestive system. Sounds really good. And because of its high nutritional value, turnip was popular as a food of pyramid builders. Okay, not the food pyramid, we're talking pyramid builders, y'all. So far, we are not talking about the complete living nutrition, but about exceptions and appendices to be added to it. The goal here is that if you are obliged to violate the principle of living nutrition, do so rationally, that is, with a minimum of losses and an upper limit of benefit to the body. So dense nutritional value. Wild rice, like turnip, is not easy to find in the market because most people are completely ignorant of nutritional issues. They do not know anything about it and do not want to know because they only eat what is eaten. So I say, when you get used to practicing this nutrient surfing and to eat natural living foods, you become a member of the elite club. Now, with regard to industrial heating vegetables and their plants, it is better to not use them in the winter. Rather, it is better to shift your attention to seaweed, cabbage, and pickles, because the nutritional value of industrial heating plants is much lower than the nutritional value of natural plants. So do not consume them regularly unless you are sure that no artificial fertilization were used in its cultivation. However, it is okay to use supermarket vegetables and you will not be harmed by many of them. But it is better to avoid products, my loves, from countries that do not belong to the European Union in order to avoid harm to foods that have been genetically modified. Okay? GMOs, no, we don't want to go there. It is better to buy seasonal fruits that ripen in natural conditions, such as bananas, oranges, tangerines, lemons, pineapples, and other fruits that can be consumed without serious concerns in case their shape is natural. In this case, their shape is natural and their taste and smell are also normal. Now, bananas and other fruits, if normal, are known to spoil quickly and have black spots on their peels. Indigestion is the condition in which a person gets sick in his biological environment as a result of eating fermented bread, dead food, and ready-to-eat meals that have been manufactured. Ugh. Practically all inhabitants of the earth suffer from indigestion, and this disease appears at least through a decrease in the efficiency of the body in converting energy and a decrease in the immunity of the digestive system. Although a person eats large quantities of food, he only benefits from a small percentage of it. What I wanted to say in general is that you will never feel hungry if you have the information and know where to get food. In order to know this, you must set before your eyes to achieve a goal, and it is enough. This is a good catch, a good start. If it is difficult for you to choose the food that you can eat in the winter, it is still too early for you to switch to 100% of living nutrition. So don't rush it, but do it step by step over time. You can eat living nutritional food at the same time. Allow yourself to do some exceptions. Give preferences to items that actually contain some nutritional value, and do not eat only for eating and anything that may be eaten. The food useful for the body is the food that contains high nutritional value and contributes to the purification, detoxification of the body. Do not follow the principle of abstinence, but use the principle of substituting food with others of higher nutritional value. The transition to living nutrition should be gradual and with the progression of your maturity and awareness level, and not at the expense of your will and efforts that use your emotion. Because otherwise what will happen, you'll start generating excess potential energies and balancing forces will come in and fuck it all up. Okay, we don't want to do that. Plants are generally considered the basis for living nutrition in any season of the year. They directly answer the most urgent questions, namely, what do we eat in the winter? What do we replace? How do we replace proteins? How do we replace vitamins and amino acids? What do we eat in general if all around us is chemicals, chemistry, and genetically modified foods? The advantage of plants in terms of their nutritional value is that they are superior to any stored beans, because sprouted grains do not contain any genetically modified organisms. Consequently, it contains all the substances that the body needs and that it had access to before, but it was not obtained by animal products. Getting herbs that have high nutritional value is not difficult because you can grow them in your own dishes and by the windows of your kitchens. And if you want to know more about plants, you can read Natalia Kairos' book, Plants, Live Food, The Simplicity of Nutrition. And we'll put a link down below in the show notes, okay? So, note number 1 by Vadim. This chapter just gives us an idea about living food, the food that is not cooked by fire, but whoever's interested in knowing more, then you must do research for more on this topic and read books and articles about it, because it's not a topic that can be summarized in one chapter such as this, and the upcoming chapters will give us more ideas, but self-searching is also essential. So do your due diligence, kids. Research for yourself, not just on the Google, DuckDuckGo, okay? Also make sure that you use soul and mind, heart, mind, soul, body coordination, heart, mind, body, soul coordination, and soul assurance when you go deep into the subject, because you might not need to literally follow it, because we all have different life purposes and all have different potentials and different needs. Note number 2, shifting to living food style is a way to restore your attention and restore your blocked energy. Okay, got that? I repeat. Shifting to the living food style is a way to restore your energy and restore your attention. All right, my loves, that is my speech. I hope you enjoyed my reading of chapter 13. I am cold and hungry. Please help me grow this channel by giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment in the comments box below or in private. Please share this video with your communities, friends, family members, and on social media platforms you feel would benefit from this content. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all setting, so that when I upload videos, the YouTube will let you know. And if you find value, enjoy, or benefit from my content and videos, or are at least entertained by them, won't you please consider supporting my work through a donation? My PayPal link is below, as is my coffee.com link, where you can buy me the proverbial cup of coffee. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me, with your participation and focused attention. I really do appreciate it. I cannot do this work without you, and I do this work for all of you who know deep down inside that you are so much more than what the Matrix tries to define you to only be. So until next time, my dear hearts, always act from love. Yep, that's right. Outside of the Matrix, from your center screen, composing a new reality, quantum jumping all of your lifelines. That's right. Let's go higher and higher and higher, up leveling, so that we can all be the love that we are. We can share our love. We can create. We can make art, make music, make love, and you can all help me repopulate the true quantum field creation field universe. Here's to love, truth, and beauty, my beautiful divine in the flesh. Mwah!